Hey everyone, it's me again. So let's go ahead and get this second episode of the commentary underway.
Frequency 119.65, 044741, 32177.
Turkey 177, read that correct.
So I had to throw out everything I was going to do originally for this episode. I was waiting all last week for something to happen to find out about my check ride date, and just like the whole week slowly went by when I was patiently waiting and nothing came. And then Monday everything happened. The demo box for the Flying Eyes, receiving the date for my check ride, which I'll announce later at the end. The date is still tentative, so it may change. It probably will change. If you want a sneak peek, you can go ahead and over to my Instagram account, and you can see what the current date is. When I get a bit closer, I'll probably. No, you know what? I'll add the announcement video to the end of this, and then just make it public. If it changes, it changes. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So I'm gonna do my best to keep to like 20 to 30 minutes at the most, and we'll get through these. So yeah, like soon as that information came yesterday last night, like it was like. As soon as I got it, it was like alarm, panic, OMG, OMG. And it was like I was gonna do this video there and then last night, but it would have been a mess. It would have been a huge mess. Like that was one of the main things I've had to get used to, which was hard, is that there can be lulls of inactivity when you're waiting and waiting and nothing happens, and you get used to that, and suddenly you get slapped in the face with a whole bunch of information at once, and things to be moving like at last minute kind of things. I don't like that. Like like soon as we did my IAC reform, and I made sure as soon as I got home that the person who needs it got the information, and I didn't hear anything. So I waited for a week for a reply, and then like because I am always aware that if someone is waiting on me to do something, or something is on me, my responsibility to get it done. I don't wait until the last minute. I get it done and out of the way so I can enjoy myself, and you can do what you need to do. So all of this is like it's weird. You can go for a long period of no inactivity, getting frustrated because the weather's crappy, so you can't go flying, and then suddenly flip a switch. You go and fly, and everything happens all at once. You know, go back in turbo. So yeah, it's weird because like I've been watching my videos just to make sure that I've taken off every single runway except 1-3. I've landed on 1-3 now once, but the reason why they don't do that is because at the end of runway 1-3, if the engine were to go out, your only option is the improbable turn, because everything below you is houses. You would have to try and make it back to the airfield or the grass around the airfield, because there's like literally houses everywhere underneath you. So that's why the majority is 3-1, runway 6 or 2-4, is because you can turn to the north, which is land and stuff. So what I was originally going to do is answer silly questions that I found on the internet, but there's the icebreaker questions. The one that was like, which celebrity would you take flying if you could? And I decided it was a toss-up between Melissa Joan Hart, the original and only Sabrina, and Close Red explains that war actress, or Angel Rose. She's a tattoo artist from Portland, Oregon. She reminds me so much of a character in Cyberpunk 2077, and it'd be cool just to listen to her story and watch her tattoo with other people, because she's a really good tattoo artist. She was on Ink Master and for a number of seasons now, and she should have won, but oh, can't have it. So yeah, so the flight is going well. We've been waiting for the DBE to respond, and now we have. I'm gonna try and go up again sometime this week to make sure I'm okay, because I tend to do better once I'm consistent. So my instructor's away on vacation, so I can't really do much. The flying eyes, the glasses, I'm gonna split the video into 2 parts, because I've done everything for the first part. So I was gonna put that together, and in lieu of a flying video, because I'm gonna be too focused on the check ride and too nervous by that time to be worried about doing a video for the channel. So I'm gonna put together the first part of the flying eyes now and make it so it goes live on the weekend. For those that wasn't here when I passed the private, I had everything automated for the channel. The original goal, and what I'm going to keep doing, is when I progress and advance in the ratings and the tickets, the name of the channel is going to change. It goes up with everyone that I have. I made last time I made a day before video, so you got to see how I was feeling, what I was thinking the day before, see how anxious. And I made it so that video would only go live if I was actually flying. So the moment I passed my oral check ride and got into the plane of the DBE, that video went live with a press of a button. Basically, I made my YouTube channel smart, and by the end of it, the result of the result of the check ride went live, a push of a button, and the name changed 24 hours later. I learned at the end that you have to wait a little bit for the channel's name to take effect. So it took a lot of work, because I had to use I had to inject code onto my computer into YouTube to make it work. I'm thinking about just keeping it simple, just have the videos here, and then when I get home or when I get down on the ground, I'll make them live. Sweet and simple. But the reason why I do that is because if I distract myself by thinking of something else like that, I get less anxious. A distraction technique controls your anxiety, so it's a good little way. I mean, I'm confident, like I'm nervous already, but like I know I can do this. I know I'm ready, and I know I can pass. So it's the good anxiety right now that I'm feeling. It's the like, let's get on and do it. Let's get on and get this over with. I mean, even though I haven't been flying for a week, I've been studying the books. I've done a little bit of chair flying. Basically what that is just sitting in the chair and going through all the procedures in your mind, or and use the VR headset and go on X-Plane and just go through the motions. And just, like, I go through everything. It was like, oh, yeah, I opened the, I'll go in more details in the other video, but I opened the box for the flying eye glasses, and instantly I was hit with like 2 1-8s in my mind. I had a flash in my mind of the intro of the 2 1-8s, which is a British comedy duo. The second best. First is Malcolm Wise, second is the 2 1-8s. They were extremely funny. Yeah, but like as soon as I saw the black dark frames, I was like, that's what I call it. They so yeah, I did all I had to do, and I sent them off today. I was trying to talk with, like, I'm still trying to get sponsors or partnerships with people to help support the channel. Even though I'm at 200, I'm rounding up. Even though I'm at 200 subscribers, 186 right now. I'm still, you still can get kind of sponsors to help you. Even though they can't really pay you through the partner system, there's other ways to go about it to achieve the same thing. And if you have them promoting you, it'll be easy for you to get to the 1,000 and the watch hours then. Yeah. I really wish my I really wish the check ride was at night. I did ask for the afternoon because there's just like, there's no way I'm gonna. I'm not a morning person. It makes me sick. Like I have actual medical reasons why I can't do stuff in the early morning. I have to trick my body. Like, if there's absolutely no way that I have to be up at 8 a.m. and do whatever I need to do, I have to purposely trick my body to make it seem like it's 8 in the afternoon. So I make basically I flip the clock on my body. I get up at 7 p.m. to make it seem like it's 7 in the morning, and then by the time that 8 a.m. actually comes to my body, it's 8 p.m. so I don't get sick. It's a process, but basically, like, I have everything on me. I have good acid reflux. I have Crohn's and stuff like that. The genetic Lynch syndrome, and normally when people are asleep and the normal hours, like between 1 and 3, is when your body processes your food that you've eaten from the day, the stomach acids, and all of that is going on inside of me, and it keeps me awake, and it's very painful, and I often am physically sick. So by the time that 5 a.m. or 7 a.m. comes up, I'm exhausted, and then there's just no way for me to be able to do anything. And when I was at my original job, Pantella Data, I was doing mornings, it was making me physically sick that my daughter actually forbid me from going back until I changed shifts to the afternoon, or second shift, third shift, whatever. 3 p.m. to 11, and it actually helped. Like, I wasn't a believer of the shift-itis, but it's true. There's people that their bodies work better in the afternoon, some work better in the morning, and I'm just a night owl, literally. And so yeah, that's why I've asked my check ride be at like in the afternoon, 10:30 at the most. Like my bedtime is normally 5 a.m. and then I get up at 10 a.m. and then at the weekend I make up for any sleep that I missed. And it works for me. That's what works. It may seem complicated, but it's not. I actually been watching more YouTube videos on piloting YouTubes. There was one I wanted to give a shout out, Tom Kubat. He actually, I give him props for this because the video that I was watching, he made he was explaining how he made a error in judgment, a bad decision, and I'll put a link in the description, and I would recommend you going to watch it because it's about 3 of our pilots get stuck above the clouds, and it was interesting because I got to a point in the video and stopped it because I recognized the domino effect that we've been taught in our flight lesson studies. The mistakes that he was describing that he did, it was like, OMG, that's the Swiss cheese model. That's everything that we've just been taught in class, what to do. And just hear him talk about it the way he did, it was good for me to be able to see that I was able to recognize that from someone telling me, because the video was not in any way in relation to what he was talking about. He was flying to somewhere else, and he was talking about another flight that had happened. And from his description, I was able to describe what was going on, and realize it was the domino effect, and that was really, that it turned out to be a really good video, and it was good for me as a reinforcement of my training that I was able to pick that out and know what's going on. So he does good flight videos. Like I've seen his other videos on flying to getting the IFR and taking his family flying. So keep posting videos and go ahead and watch his. What am I doing in the video? Looks like I'm doing the holes. Yeah. No, it's just weird, like how everything happened this week at precisely money. Like I was wondering how I would be able to have money out for the check ride, and then my refund came, and then the glasses came, and then I find out my normal prescription glasses are gonna come on Friday. Like everything all at once happened on Monday at like 10 a.m., 9 a.m. Boom. I was waiting all last week for something to happen, and nothing happened about any of it, and then every single thing happened all on one day, and it was just like, they say there's no such thing as fate, but it makes you wonder. No. Oh, I saw on Facebook this great after school club. There's like tons of those after school clubs that are like saying, if you don't believe in and God, you're going to hell. So this group decided to post the opposite. They made a Satan temple after school club. It doesn't worship Satan or anything. It's just like kids can come, have fun, learn a bunch of stuff, and they don't have to believe in God. They don't have to do anything with religion. And of course, there's tons of people complaining about it. How can you have something called Satan Temple? OMG, the world's gonna come to an end because a bunch of kids are going to a club called Satan Temple. Like, are you kidding me? It's an after-school club. Trust the kids are intelligent enough to know it's just a stupid club, and the parents have taught them right from wrong. So I give the people props for that. They're like, that's perfect. If you can have after-school clubs that are religious and whatever, all the power to you, then you should be able to have the opposite and have clubs that allow you to do whatever you want. Yeah. Personally, I'm waiting for more videos from ZeroThreeDelta. He said he's going to be starting posting soon. He has a Instagram account that I follow, and he got his plane back from his dad from England, and he's been flying with his dad a bit. So yeah, the warrior from the flight club is almost on the way out. They had someone that was going to buy it, but it fell through because they went to buy another plane that was closer. So I may be able to go fly it one more time, and then I have to somehow organize being checked out on the Archers. I'm kind of hoping to go to Delaware at some point. There's a restaurant in Georgetown, Delaware. Kilo Golf Echo Delta for those who want the airport code. There's a restaurant called Arena. They have death fries, and I want to try them out. Death fries. They also have the very important fish and chips, so that's very important. I have to see if they're any good. I'm gonna find the best fish and chips in the country. So we're at 22 minutes. We got a little bit of time. I guess. No, I'm gonna leave it here. No, I actually am this time. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stop this here, and I'll put the announcement video on the end of this, and then maybe tomorrow or later today I'll make the announcement video live, and then on Friday, Saturday, in lieu of a flight video, I'll post the first part of the Flying Eyes video. Because mainly my focus right now is all about the check ride of Monday. So, alright guys, check you soon.
You're hypnotized.